Good afternoon. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife and this week's Nature Notes. Guess what? Look at this. We had a brief downburst 2 nights ago, and in 15 minutes it gave me almost 3 inches of rain in my rain gauge. I've never had that happen before. And let me tell you about that evening a little bit. That evening we were watching the evening news, and the local weather channel, Channel 9, which I've watched for years and years, reported a possibility of a tornado in Bear Brook State Park. Bear Brook State Park is like a mile and a half away from me, and so I watched intently, and it said take cover. So sure enough, my wife and I kind of trundled down the stairs and had the TV up really loud so we could listen, and the storm was moving at 40 miles per hour. So it didn't last very long. Maybe we were down there 10 minutes at most. And but in the meantime, yesterday when I happened to check my rain gauge, I had almost 3 inches of rain, and I don't think it rained for more than 15 or 20 minutes, if that. It was a deluge, so this is very unusual to have that kind of water. Well, what am I seeing for wildlife around? Well, certainly mnemonic butterflies are still fluttering around, and something very interesting. The first time that I have witnessed this. Last night I happened to stay up late, and I throw corn out pretty much every day for the few turkeys that are still about. I haven't seen much of them, but I throw some out, and overnight the corn has been disappearing for a while, and I have spotted a young raccoon out here off and on. But last night, just as I was headed up to bed at 1 a.m. or shortly thereafter, I shined the light onto my lawn, and what is out here on my back lawn but a woodchuck. I had no idea that woodchucks were nocturnal, and I have never ever witnessed a woodchuck cross the road or do anything overnight before. So that was a new thing for me to witness a woodchuck at night. Certainly, you know, other animals are all nocturnal, but I have never known woodchucks to be nocturnal, so that was a very new finding for me. You don't see chipmunks out at night, for instance. So that was kind of unique. We've had enough rain, 3 inches in 15 minutes, and the local brooks are flowing quite well. The Sunnybrook River is up a little bit, not all that much, so no local floods or anything like that. I'm seeing a few trees, red maples, turning in the wetlands, and this morning a gust of wind shimmered a tree and a number of leaves came out, which kind of surprised me, but it's actually an elm tree, which is probably, still looks pretty green, but it could be under attack, I guess, by the Dutch elm disease. Anyways, the elm was throwing some leaves and looking more fall-like. The weather is supposed to change. We're supposed to have some 70-degree days here beginning over the weekend, and cool into the 50s night, more like we typically have this time of year. So back to normal for our weather temperatures for that at least, and hoping to see some deer about. I have not seen much. Turkeys. I did see, after the storm, I went for a ride down through Bear Brook Sate Park, Podunk Road, which bisects Bear Brook State Park, and thinking that, gee, there's got to be some trees down with this terrific storm, but I saw nary a leaf in the road in my trip, the full length of Podunk Road to the gate at the far end at Bear Hill. So no local damage, but there was a few minutes there where the hair on the back of the neck was standing up a little bit, something in the 40 years that I've lived here that we have never done before, was seek shelter from a potential tornado. Very, very unique. So mark this week up to the week that the tornado threat sent us scrambling.